JJ Williamson, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm glad to be on here, Joel. Man, I appreciate you, man. Having fun trying to stay out of people's way right now.
No, I'm glad that you're here, man. I've been a big fan for years. I mean, I've gone through your album and I've seen definitely your stand up. And I was planning to catch a show while you were on tour, but this whole quarantine situation.
Quarantine, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It shut everything down, man. So all my shows been canceled. So I'm at home just looking at my wife and son every day now.
Well, and I saw on Instagram you just posted something like you did a remake of R. Kelly's song.
Yeah, yeah.
That
you know,
was
you know,
hilarious.
during these times, man. We looking for some laughter right now.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
off things, man, because the world is crazy right now. So I just thought I just put something out there, and it's been getting a great response, man. People have really been loving it. A lot of people have been sharing it, reposting, and everything. And people be like, "Man, when you gonna drop an album?" I'm like, "Okay, you're going too far."
But I know you live in Atlanta right now, so how's the
Correct.
whole quarantine situation going on where you're at?
Well, it's pretty much like everywhere else, man. The governor just kind of gave us a shutdown on Friday. But
Mm,
it's pretty much like everywhere else, man. You can still go to the grocery store and the gas stations,
okay.
and a few places may still go get some carry out food and everything. But other than that, we got to be in the house and try to, cause we trying to clear this thing up, man. So I understand, I get it, I respect it. We need it so we can just
Yeah.
get back to our lives, man. Cause I mean, I can't believe we're in this situation. I always tell my friends, I say, man, we can't never say this happens only in the
Yeah.
movies. This is real life situation going on right now.
No,
But
ser
for me, I was already a homebody and everything, so
mm,
it's cool with me. I'm a huge golfer.
yeah.
I love to play golf, man. So we can play golf. We can play golf, and I like to walk, so that's some of my exercise. So I got to pull
Yeah.
a car. So I'm not around anyone. I still have my social distance. I'm not around anyone. I'm not touching anything on the golf course. Strictly my clubs, my balls, and everything. And we just give each other elbow pounds.
Well, yeah, I mean, speaking of you saying that going out for golfing, yeah, when this quarantine situation first happened, I saw you were like posting stuff about you golfing, so you're still like going out golfing even
I mean, not on regular or anything like that. Like I played what's the day? Sunday. So I did play on Friday. I
okay.
may go out and play some tomorrow. Uh, my wife don't like it, but I'm gonna get in the yard later on today.
Yeah.
So once I do some chores around here, she'll give me a pass.
Yeah.
She'll
You
give
can
me a
do
pass.
Yeah, you can do some putt-putt stuff like in your
Yeah, I could do
backyard.
some
Yeah.
little stuff. Some simple. It's like I said, there's not a lot of people out there or anything like that, man.
Yeah.
So I just go out and get a little fresh air, man, just to move around, pop my bones a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
you gotta.
You got to do
Yeah.
that.
Well, I mentioned that you live in Atlanta, but you're originally from Mississippi, specifically
That's
Jackson,
correct. I'm
Mississippi.
originally from Jackson, Mississippi, born and raised. Graduated high school in 1987. I played the trumpet. So I played the trumpet. So Alcorn State gave me a full scholarship.
Yeah, yeah.
Went to Alcorn State. I was down there when the late great Steve McNair was there.
What?
So I saw
Okay.
I saw Steve before the world knew who he
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
So I got it. I got firsthand of how incredible he was. So it was an amazing time at Alcorn State, man. I was in the band Sounds of Dynamite, Alcorn State band, and finished Alcorn in 1993. And I moved to Atlanta. Now, at the time, I was following my college sweetheart.
Oh, okay.
My college sweetheart graduated a year before me, and so she was here in Atlanta, had a job established and everything. So I
Mm-hmm.
moved up here, but I lost my mind in
Yeah.
Atlanta. And unfortunately, that made me lose her.
Uh, eh,
Yeah, these Atlanta streets got to me a little bit when I first moved here.
I pass through Atlanta a lot of times, and yeah, I get it. I get
And you get it. Yeah, there you go. That's enough said. You get
it.
it.
I get it. That's it.
That's it. That is it. Yeah. But Atlanta been home since 1993. Atlanta been great to me, man. I've been here, yeah, since 93. Started my career here and everything, man. So yeah, this is definitely home, but I never forget where I came
Yeah, that's awesome.
from.
Recently had Joel Byers on the show, and he has the
Absolutely.
Hot Breath
Oh yeah, absolutely.
podcast, and you were on it, and you were
Yes.
awesome. And I think one thing you mentioned is that you're known as the country comedian. So what's that mean?
Well, country comedian, I'm from down south, of course, born and raised Mississippi. So I have a strong southern accent.
Yeah,
I have a strong southern accent. I talk with a lisp sometime and everything, man. So people always call me, man, you sound so country and everything.
yeah,
So
yeah,
this kind of stuck with me and everything, but people love it. It's like it's almost like a international accent. I mean, people just
yeah.
are really drawn to my southern style and my accent and everything, my southern drawl, and people love it all over the world, man. I mean, I do stand up, been doing it for 25 years, and nothing has changed. I still be myself. I'm true to my roots, and I make the people come into my world. So they love my southern style, my love flavor, and they think it's unique. It's different. No one else is
Mm-hmm.
pretty much sounding like me on stage and everything.
Yeah,
So it's a plus for me.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a plus for me.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that you've been doing the comedy thing for 25 years, and
Yeah.
you're one thing that you're also known for is just being really comfortable on stage. I know Dave Chappelle kind of has that thing that he puts his foot on the speaker and show that how comfortable.
Right.
But yeah, I've seen your stand up, and yeah, you're really comfortable just putting yourself out there. And so, how did you develop that skill to being so comfortable on stage?
It's like it's. I mean, the stage is just my job training.
Mm-hmm.
The more reps I get in front of the microphone, the more comfortable I get, man. So, like I said, I've been doing this since '95. So, I've been blessed to do a lot of shows and been blessed to get on the stage and work on my craft, work on my stage presence and my personality, and bring it out on stage. So, I mean, it's just like a job, man. The
Mm-hmm.
more more you go to work, the better you get at
Yeah.
what you're doing and everything, man. So I just over the years just been able to become real comfortable and just flow. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people say, man, you're so natural up there. It doesn't seem like
Yeah.
you really telling jokes. You just up there being yourself. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
come with practice and reps on front of the microphone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You definitely seem comfortable. And one of my favorite things that you always say is like when someone sometimes recognizes you and they're like, "I know you from somewhere."
Somewhere. Like, yeah, like everybody else, like I'll be like on stage, I always tell people like, man, I'm not Kevin Hart or Cedric
Yeah,
the Entertainer, where people just boom, they just recognize me by
yeah,
my. But people do, and I still do. I still get it, rather. People see me like, man, I know you from somewhere, somewhere. I said, ain't no telling. One time I kind of feeling myself. I remember
yeah,
one time, Joel, man, once female told me that, and she was like, I know you from somewhere. And I was like, yeah, you probably saw me on Def Comedy Jam or
yeah, yeah,
BET Review. And she was like, no, that's not it. I was like, oh, you just hit my heart right there. Yeah, so I do get recognized and everything, man, for my stand up. And also, I had a small part in the movie Johnson Family Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I got to give a huge thank you to Cedric the Entertainer for that. Because once the Kings of Comedy stopped and all the Kings went their separate ways and started
Yeah.
doing their individual shows, I was blessed to get on the squad of Cedric the Entertainer. He let me host his shows, his individual shows, so they gave me opportunity, and that was a platform for me to showcase my talent, my
Mm-hmm.
brand, who I am, how I get down on stage like that, and everything, man. So shout out to Sid for that right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I I don't mean to put your age out, and the reason why I mention it is because you keep yourself pretty in good shape and maintain your health.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And you just turned 50 like a
I
few
just
months ago.
turned 50, and you know what? I'm not one of those people that be embarrassed to say their
Yeah.
age, because life, it's
Yeah.
life. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know why people be afraid. I don't know what they think that like time is going to stop or
Yeah.
you going to stop getting older. As long as you're living, trust me,
Yeah.
people, you're going to get older. So I'm 50. I turned 50 this past September the 17th in 2019. I turned 50. So you only turn 51. So I did a huge 50th party.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
my
sweet.
friends and family came down. My sisters, my brothers, my daughter came from Mississippi. Of course, my son is here. I had Cedric the Entertainer come in and
Oh,
hosted for,
nice.
because we were real close. So he came and hosted for me. Didn't charge me anything. He flew his own self here. He put his own self up and everything. And nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, he came down and flew
Oh.
himself in. I had the wonderful voice of Karen Brown, which is also
Mm.
from Jackson, Mississippi,
Oh,
that
wow.
lived in Memphis. She came and sung. I had a dope band that usually opens for Freddie Jackson and
Mm-hmm.
Peabo Bryson. So I had a real dope band, had Karen Brown singing. The ambiance was dope. I had food catered.
Oh,
People
nice.
drove in from
Yeah.
Mississippi, flew in from Texas, California, and then all my celebrity friends from DL Hughley to
Mm-hmm.
some more, the 85 South show. A lot of people, did, shout outs for me and everything. And even my man Basketmouth over in Nigeria, he
Mm-hmm.
sent me a big post and everything, man. So it was beautiful, fun night, turned 50, and
Yeah.
we just partied. We definitely
Yeah.
partied that night. We definitely partied.
Well, and I mentioned the whole the age thing because, and I've been following you for years, man, and
Okay,
you still look the same too.
man,
You
I
still keep
appreciate
yourself
it.
in shape and stuff.
Yeah.
You mentioned you go golfing, and you're always posting stuff. I guess you're at the gym when you're like touring around, so you make sure
Around
you're
there. So I
keeping.
do. I'm very health conscious.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what year it was, but I did a show one New Year's Eve, and I took a picture, and I noticed myself getting a little plump, and that just motivated me to do better, and so I'm in the gym on a regular. Unfortunately, can't go to the gym now, but I do a lot of
Yeah.
home remedies at home.
Okay.
Put sit ups. I got the jump rope and do crunches and all that type of stuff. I run around my subdivision,
Mm-hmm.
because I like to sweat. I
Yeah.
like to sweat, and my wife be saying, "Man, you crazy." Sometimes, like during the summer, I may go cut the yard
Yeah.
when it's burning hot, but I don't mind sweating. I like
Yeah.
to sweat. I like to sweat. It drains, get those toxic fumes out my
Yeah.
body and everything. So I'm definitely keeping myself up and health wise. I'm working on my eating.
Yeah.
I'm working on my eating. I'm getting a lot better with my eating. Like
Okay.
right now, I'm cooking while we're doing this podcast. Like, so I got me some baked fish
Oh,
going.
nice.
Got me some shrimp in the oven. Sauteed that. So I'm trying to eat better. But don't get me wrong, people. I will branch out to some soul food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do eat to make you lay like this later on. So no, yeah, but I definitely stay active. And then I have a teenage son who's 15. He's big into basketball, so
Mm-hmm.
he works out. So he helps motivate me and keep me young. And I go run and play basketball outside with him, or we'll go to the gym together, run, or do different exercises at home and everything. So I try to stay busy with the health.
Being from Mississippi, are you a big catfish person? Since that's really like a big thing.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, hands down. I don't know if you're real familiar with it, but like in the Delta part, like Belzoni,
Mm-hmm.
Greenwood, Greenville, they have a catfish festival.
Okay.
Huge catfish festival every summer. It's been going on for at least 3 or 4 decades. I mean, I know
Mm-hmm.
it's been going on since I was in college and everything, man. So it's called the Catfish Festival, man. Catfish come from all over the world, all type of
Yeah.
country,
Wow.
and it's just a big picnic. It's just a big picnic and everything. So they do that each and every year. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I grew up on that farm raised catfish.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh man, yeah, I gotta check out that festival.
Oh yeah, check out that festival. It's in Belzoni, Mississippi, which is Humphrey County. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe June, July-ish,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere up in there during the summer, man. And they bring musical groups, games, things for the kids they could do and everything, man. So it's fun. You gotta
Yeah, yeah.
definitely check that out.
Well, besides touring around in the U.S., you're actually pretty international. So you performed outside the country for the past couple of years. I've seen
Yeah.
you performed in Korea for the troops, and you actually was performing in a couple of countries in Africa for the Lords of the Ribs Comedy Festival.
The Lords of the Real Comedy Festival that was hosted by Basket Mouth. Now, Basket Mouth is a huge international comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Nigeria and Africa, where he's from, he's like the Kevin Hart.
Oh wow,
He is not like he is
he is.
Kevin Hart
Hmm.
in Africa. So each year he does the Lords of the Ribs Comedy Festival,
Hmm.
where he brings comics from all over the world. Different. When I was there, they were from Zimbabwe, Johannesburg, England. Some came from Ghana and everything. And I was blessed to be one of the comedians that he picked to represent the United States. So
Mm-hmm.
me and my man, the gangster of comedy, Capone out of New York, we represent the United States, man. It was a huge festival, first time in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I was over there for about a week. Amazing time. We did 2 sold-out shows,
Oh nice.
5,000 each show. I mean, Joey, you wouldn't believe it. I'm not exaggerating. You would truly think you was at the Oscars.
Oh wow.
Red carpet. I
Yeah.
mean, every media outlet that's in Africa you could think of, they was there. Stage was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Confetti coming down. Everybody
Nice.
was seated and booted. And we had a great time. It was a great
Yeah.
experience, man. They really showed me a lot of love, and that really helped me boost my confidence and let me know that my material is worldwide.
Hmm.
Because I didn't change my jokes up or anything. Only thing I may have done different was just to slow down my talk and everything to
Hmm.
just make sure they truly understood me and everything. But I had a great time. They showed me a lot of love. They spent $1 over there. I mean, they treat us really like
Yeah.
royalty over there,
Yeah.
man. It was a fun experience to be in another environment, another place in the world that I never thought I would ever experience, man. And it was great. I'll never forget it.
That's interesting that you didn't really have to, I guess, change too much of your material because I know from I watch, I listen to a lot of Joel Byers' podcasts, and so I learned a lot of things about like things that comedians do, and
Okay.
I know when they have to perform for different audiences, especially for
Right.
like locations, they gotta really change their material.
Yeah, because some comedians, unfortunately, some comedians are kind of regional.
Mm-hmm.
Some are regional. When I say regional, meaning that they talk about things that happen in their area
Yeah.
and get comfortable with that. And then once you do that, and then you're trying to transition to, say, the South or the Midwest, and you try to do those things that you may have done in New York or Boston or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, it doesn't translate down south because you're talking about things that particular happen in that region.
Yeah.
So I try to stay away from regional jokes, and I try
Mm.
to do things that is worldwide that everybody can get, understand,
Yeah.
has experience, have seen before, and everything. So that kind of what separates me a little bit. My
Hmm.
material is pretty much worldwide.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you're also known for to be a really great host. You host festivals and tours out there. So,
Right.
what are a couple of events that you really like to host?
Well, when I host events, I mean, they usually be musical events, like the Funk Fest. That's huge each and every summer. They go across the country and everything. All the shows be outdoors, so it'd be amazing events, man, with the likes of Charlie Wilson and T.I. and Drew
Mhm.
Hill
Oh
and
wow.
Dougie Fresh and everything like that. And the fact that the one thing I like about hosting these events it's not like I'm truly known yet. I mean, I have
Mm-hmm.
my fan base and everything, so when they see me, I can tell. I get the vibe from the audience. I look around, they be looking at me like, who the hell is this? This is who?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is on the flyer, but I've never heard. So and I like that because it amps me up to make people listen to me and
Yeah. Yeah.
enjoy my style. And once I get them, I got them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got them, and they're like, man, I never heard of you before. You was hilarious. I'm following you. You have new fans.
Yeah.
You have new fans now and everything. So I love the fact that sometimes people may not know who I am, but once I put my stamp down on stage, they fans of mine as well.
Oh, yeah, I don't doubt. I think that's like the best feeling of all. Like as a fan that you come across. As I mean, I would say anything, but as a comedian, I would say like if you've never heard of someone and they just win you over, like they're the most hilarious
Yes,
person.
man, that
That's like
is
the
the
best
best
feeling.
feeling. Oh
Yeah.
my, it's the best feeling
Hmm.
in the world. Once you after the show, like I may sell some merchandise, I may sell my t-shirts. I should have put one on. Put my t-shirts out to sell, and people run to
Yeah.
me. They be like, "Man, let me get one of those, dude. I'm supporting. I'm finna help you build your brand. Your style is so dope. I never heard of you and everything, man." And that goes back to Cedric the Entertainer
Hmm.
giving me that platform to build my fan base and showcase my talents in front of his audience. Because when I go out with Cedric, it's not like I'm really being advertised.
Yeah.
I don't need to be advertised because it's not like I'm really putting butts in the seat. So people are really truly there
Hmm.
to see Cedric. So for him to allow me, somebody with as strong as I am on stage, to do that, because a lot of comics won't do that.
Yeah.
A lot of comics won't let nobody as strong as I am or funny than them open up for them.
Hmm.
I remember when I first started and I was murdering these stages and everything, and a lot of comics was calling me like, "Man, you better stop that. You
Wow.
better stop that, man, because
Yeah.
Sid gonna kick you off these shows, dude."
Wow.
But Sid is so strong. He's so strong and so confident in what
Yeah.
he has. He know that the people are there to come see him. And Cedric's still strong. I mean, he
Hmm.
goes up and murders the stage right
Yeah.
after me.
Yeah.
I ain't call no names, but I remember a huge mega comedian that's out now. I had 3 shows booked at the
Hmm.
time with him. Only did one
Oh, wow.
because I was too funny
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was too clean.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So they took me off the show. So it's a few people like I never forget one time I did I think was it Def Jam or was it Comic View?
Hmm.
And they give you the list of the order of how the comedians are going to flow on the show.
Yeah.
One comedian saw that they had to go behind me.
Hmm.
They went to the producers and told them like, I don't want to do that.
Oh, wow.
Let's switch it up or take him off this particular episode and put him somewhere else and put somebody else that's not as strong as
Hmm.
he is before me. I mean,
Yeah.
I get a lot of respect in this game as far as my performance and everything, man. People get it, understand, they love it, but it's some that's not so confident in themselves where they want to follow me. Because I don't play on stage.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I come with it. I come with it. There ain't no shortage at my show. Um, I do the same. I have the same energy when I do 5,000 than if I do 10. You're
Hmm.
gonna get that 10 people will get that same energy that I give 5 to 6,000 people in an arena. So I never be short the crowd just because there's nobody in there.
Yeah.
I always want to try to showcase my talent. Like I say, I'm not at the point of my career where I could just short anyone. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm still trying to build my brand, still trying to build my name, and it's going well, Joey. I can't
Yeah.
complain.
I mean, those big name comedians or the comedians you mentioned, yeah, they definitely need to, I guess, develop their confidence. But I can't really blame them for a little being fearful of you, man. Because yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I've seen your stand-ups plenty of times, and you're like
right.
definitely on YouTube, and you can't blame them. You're just that
Yeah.
awesome.
I get it.
It's like I can't blame you.
I get it. When I look back and just sit back and do and just look out in the atmosphere, I'm like, you know what? I probably wouldn't want to follow that dude. Yeah, yeah, man. But it works out for me, Joey, man. It really
Hmm.
works out for me, man. Like I said, I'm still staying humble, man. I still have, like I said, I've been doing it 25 years. I
Hmm.
still aim to have the same hunger
Hmm.
that I had when I first started, man. So I think that's one of the reasons why I've lasted so long. I still believe in my talent. I still have the man upstairs in my life, man,
Hmm.
and I know he's definitely gonna help me have a
Yeah,
path in business.
that's great. So getting off a little off topic on comedy for a bit. You mentioned that you played the trumpet and you were on
Yeah.
a scholarship at Alcorn State. So do you still dabble into music, or you still play the trumpet?
Man, you know what? I thought I was trying to pass the torch to my son.
Okay.
Trying to pass the torch to my son, I put the trumpet in his mouth. He kind of dabbed in it a little
Yeah.
bit, but kept dropping it.
Oh
So
man.
now the trumpet needs some repair. So some of the valves are sticking, like I can't get the mouthpiece out right now, nothing like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
in there. But I still dab. I mean, I wish I could still dab into because I mean I love playing the trumpet. Like I said, I was all state, all city in high school. It paid for my college tuition with a full scholarship.
Hmm.
I used to play the solos and stuff like that, man. So I have a musical background, but I just didn't really pursue it. It wasn't something I wanted to pursue, but I still
Yeah.
have an itch for it, definitely.
Okay. Is there a lot of trumpet players that really influence you, or that you really listen to?
Well, yes. Well, now one of my brothers, Ronnie Thomas, man, he played the trumpet at Alcorn State as well. So once he started dabbing into it, I started getting the itch and everything like that, man. That's when I started picking it up. And once I started really being, enjoying the trumpet. Then I started listening to some of the greats like Wynton Marsalis and the late great Roy Hargrove and Dizzy Gillespie and people like that, man. So Chuck Mangiano and all those type of great musicians and everything, man. So, people like Dizzy and especially Wynton Marsalis. It was truly someone that influenced me when I was playing the trumpet, growing up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you've been doing comedy since I think you said like 95 or around the mid
95. Yeah,
90s.
yeah.
So
So this is my 25th year of
yeah.
stand up right now, man. So it's amazing time. Matter of fact, me and Joe with Hot Breath,
Hmm.
we talked not too long ago. I said, man, as soon as this madness blows over and everything, we're gonna sit down and he's gonna interview me as far as just talking about my career,
Hmm.
some of the things I've done, some of the paths I've taken in this 25 years, and just throw it out there and just give the world an understanding of what it took for me to be at the point I am now.
No, I'll definitely catch that episode. I mean, I listened to the
Absolutely.
last interview you guys did, and it was
Yeah, we
awesome.
did. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Joe's a good dude.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and the thing is, I think you mentioned on on his podcast when you guys did that first interview that you had a standing ovation on your first performance. So,
Listen, man, the very first night. So let me paint this picture for y'all.
hmm.
So stand-up comedy, well, entertainment in general was a childhood dream of mine.
Hmm.
Coming out of Mississippi, I used to watch late night comedy all the time because I had older brothers and sisters.
Hmm.
So they used to always sneak out the house back in the day.
Hmm.
So I was like the doorman when they'll tap on the window like, hey, JJ, we back at home. Open the window, open the back
Yeah,
door.
yeah, yeah.
So so their payback was to allow me to sneak back up at night while
Hmm.
my parents sleep. And we had in our family room, we had this couch, my daddy's favorite couch. The way it was angled from the back door, I can kind of like hide
Mm-hmm.
and kind of see the TV, but not be in the way if they come in the room or go through, because you had to come through the den to go through the kitchen in
Mm-hmm.
my mom's house and everything, man. So I can always hide if I hear them coming down the hall. They're like, "Here come Dad, here come Mama," so I can hide, let them do their thing, and then I come back out. So I used to
Mm-hmm.
watch all the greats back in
Mm-hmm.
the day: Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, the Red Fox, the Arsenio Halls, the George Carlins, the Robert Kleins back in the day, man. So
Mm-hmm.
a light bulb came on at an early age, but I was very negative about it.
Mm.
I was very negative about being discovered. I used to always say to myself, man, ain't nobody gonna discover me. I'm from
Yeah.
Mississippi. I ain't go nowhere. Ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody looking for nobody from Mississippi. You know, we
Mm-hmm.
ain't no big city or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So I put it in the back burner of my heart and my mind and everything. Like
Mm-hmm.
no one, I never told no one that I wanted to do stand up comedy.
Hmm.
Never told my parents. Never told none of my best and closest friends. I never even told God, but
Mm.
I knew He knew
Yeah. Yeah.
what path I was going to take. So I finished college, moved to Atlanta, Georgia. At the time, I was working at Circuit City back in the day, the classic, before Best Buy,
Yeah.
Circuit
Yeah.
City.
Oh,
I
I
used to
forgot about
I did,
Circuit City.
yeah, Circuit City. So I'm old school.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
I'm on Circuit City back in the day.
Yeah.
I used to sell computers at Circuit City. That was my first job when I first moved to Atlanta, Georgia, man. And then I lost that job, and then I started. A lot of my buddies used to valet cars.
Mm.
They used to valet cars at the Marriott Marquis, which is a five-star hotel
Mm-hmm.
downtown Atlanta. So they got me onto that. I used to valet cars or meeting all types of celebrities and
Hmm.
everything. But I was still a comedian though,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not professional.
Mm-hmm.
Not professional. So man, I'll never forget one New Year's Eve. They let me off work early, so I went to go hang with my boys. Man, we partying, kicking,
Mm-hmm.
drinking New Year's Eve. And you know how people once you get ready to disperse and everybody go their separate way. You know how you walk to the car and you still do some more chatter
Yeah.
before you get in the car. So we
Yeah.
still hang by the car. Everybody got a nice buzz. We laughing
Yeah.
and talking. I got everybody, not knowing I'm doing it, I got everybody laughing,
Yeah. Yeah.
killing them. Just no, not no show or anything like that. Just whatever we was talking about at the time, I was just making everybody laugh.
Yeah.
And one of my buddies out the blue just said, "Man, you need to be a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
You funny as hell."
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I never told nobody. And man, the light bulb in my brain, 100 watts,
Mm.
brand new, lit up. I'm driving home. I'm excited. I go
Yeah.
tell my girlfriend at the time, even before I even said Happy New Year to her, I kiss her,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, baby, guess what? I found my niche. I found
Yeah.
my purpose.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do stand-up comedy. She looked, you finna do what? Yeah, I'm finna be a comedian. I'm finna be a comedian.
Yeah.
And I kind of started telling people. I think I told my mom before I told my dad. They probably went in one ear and went out the other.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
man, and I was already going to the comedy clubs and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take you back one more. I'm gonna take you back a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. I dropped out of college for a year. I just
Mm-hmm.
needed a break. I just needed a break. School was just overwhelming and
Yeah.
everything. I just needed to reset my mind, my soul, my brain. So I quit college for a year. I moved to Dallas, Texas. Started staying with my brother. And the side of town he stayed on, man, they had this club called the Vuku Rays.
Okay.
Vuku Rays, they used to do this um, Bid Wiz and Spades night every Thursday. And I was
Okay.
big on spades. I was big on spades, love to play spades. So I
Space
used to
is
have a
awesome.
tournament. Oh yeah, they used to have a
Yeah.
tournament every Thursday,
Oh,
like
nice.
$5, $10 entry. Whoever win, you get the pot. So me and one of my buddies, man, we won the championship.
Mm.
But anyway, while we was doing that, every Thursday after the Spade Bit Whiz, it was comedy night,
Mm-hmm.
hosted by Steve Harvey.
Oh wow.
Now I saw Steve. This was before I even thought about doing stand up. This is before the world even had any idea who Steve Harvey was,
Yeah.
and
Oh wow.
he used to murder.
Yeah.
And that's when the light bulb really turned on. Steve Harvey is one of the guys that was truly instrumental of me. Like, this is what I want to do for a living. So
Yeah.
I used
Yeah.
to see everybody, even before I met Cedric. I used to T.K. Kirkland, John, the great late John Witherspoon,
Mm-hmm.
D.L. Hughley, Lenny from from the sitcom Good Times. Used to every Thursday I've been to Comedy Club watching Steve Harvey and
Mm-hmm.
Shucky Ducky. So yeah, then I moved to Atlanta and told my buddies that what I was gonna do. So maybe 2 weeks after I found what I felt like my purpose was, I
Mm-hmm.
started writing jokes. I started writing material.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had an open mic night in Atlanta. I went to open mic my very first night, and I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was
Mm-hmm.
probably a little cocky
Yeah.
or something. Invited people.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah, I'm gonna do stand-up comedy. Come check me out. I ain't never been on stage.
Yeah.
I don't know how this finna go. So I invited people out. Some of my
Yeah.
friends came to check me out and everything. It was Tuesday night, never forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Uptown Comedy Corner that used to be owned by Earthquake
Okay.
back in the day. So Tuesday night was open mic night. That's when all the amateurs, people that want to pursue comedy, you go up, do 5-6 minutes and
Mm-hmm.
everything. And right after the open mic, then the professionals come in.
Yeah.
So you got the likes of Bruce, Arnett J, Chris Tucker was in the audience, Don
Oh
DC
wow.
Curry, Chocolate, you name it, they was
Mm-hmm.
in there back in the day, doing stand up.
Yeah.
But this particular night, all the amateurs was getting booed. Everybody was
Oh
getting
wow.
booed, and it was packed. So I'm toward the end of the list.
Hmm.
So the very first person that ever brought me on stage was Corey Zooman Miller.
Mm-hmm.
They call him Zooman. Old school comedian, man. He from New Jersey. So he was hosting the amateur part, and Earthquake will host
Mm-hmm.
the professional part. So everybody was getting booed.
Mm-hmm.
Zooman goes on stage. He said, and he wasn't talking about me. He
Yeah.
said, these amateurs are bombing. Everybody is terrible. So
Mm-hmm.
what I'm gonna do is, he was like, man, there's too many heavy hitters and professionals in here to keep this going. So he
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm going to do one more amateur, and then we're going to go to the professionals. Now
Mm-hmm.
that one more amateur wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
It was somebody that was on the list before me. So I stopped Zooman. I stopped Corey, the host of the amateur. I stopped him and told him, I said, brother, my name is JJ Williamson. I'm on the list.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked him dead in his eyes, and and he'll tell you the same.
Mm-hmm.
It made chill bumps come down our skin. I looked him dead in his eyes. I said, dude, I got to go on stage tonight.
Okay.
Because if I don't go on stage tonight, while I got my confidence up, I
Mm-hmm.
may not come back.
Mm.
Because I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm ready to go in and see if
Yeah.
this is my calling. Apparently, he felt that. He
Yeah. Wow.
felt it. And he told me, he said, man, you see all these professionals in here. And you
Yeah.
see how these amateurs are doing. He said, man, but you convinced me. He said, I'm going to give you a
Hmm.
chance. He said, but you better rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
You rock. That's extra pressure.
Yeah.
All right, so the comedian that was on stage, he bombed.
Yeah.
Corey Zoo Miller goes back on stage, and he was like, man, you know what? This other young comedian stopped me, said he wants to go on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Before he even introduced me, the crowd like, oh, boo!
Yeah.
We don't want to see no more amateurs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring up Chris Tucker. Bring up Bruce.
Yeah. Yeah.
On there. He said, no. The man told me he's ready.
Yeah.
So we're going to give him a chance.
Yeah.
So he introduced me. He passed me the mic. and he whispered in my ear again.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Man, you better kill this joint."
Oh man.
So man, the music stopped. Let me tell you, I ain't never been so nervous in my
Oh
life. I'm talking
man.
about my booty was sweating. My booty, and and I'll never forget my very first line on stage. I said, "I know you may see it in my face,
Mm-hmm.
or you may hear it in my voice." And I
Mm-hmm.
told the crowd, I said, "I'm nervous as a motherfucker."
Oh wow.
The crowd went crazy.
Oh
They clapped. Come on, we with you. We
yeah,
with
yeah.
you. We with
Okay.
you. Look, I had one joke.
Yeah.
I had one joke. I had one joke at the time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
all I was talking about was the difference between black college bands and white college bands.
Mm-hmm.
How white college bands are real direct and uptight and
Yeah.
straight and, precision. Black band,
Oh yeah.
we jamming.
Yeah.
So I talked about that. Then I talked about the difference between the white drill teams
Yeah.
and the black drill teams. How the white drill teams, they just do ripples
Oh yeah.
and then formations. Black
Yeah.
girls,
Yeah.
we out there showing titties and everything.
You're crumping.
But you know what? I got a standing ovation.
Oh wow.
5 minutes. I
Yeah.
only had
Yeah.
5 minutes. So, like in the Atlanta area, I was known to be the strongest 5 minute comedian of all time.
Hmm.
5 minutes? Oh,
Yeah.
when I first started,
Killed it.
killing.
Oh wow.
Killing. But I kept getting reps. Then I may add another 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Go back up and add another 30 seconds. Now I got 6 minutes. So, I just kept going on stage, working on the same joke because I'm trying to build my name. So I wasn't established enough yet at that time to try to branch out and do other things and other jokes and everything. I just wanted to get my name out there, get more reps on stage and everything. And here I am today. Like I said, I caught comedy when like the Def Jams and the Comic View was on the downslope. It was on the downslope, but I caught the last 2 Def Jams, and I probably caught the last 3 Comic Views. I mean, they was good, but they wasn't on that level like when Martin was hosting, or when Joe Torre was hosting, or when Monique and Samoa was hosting Comic View.
Yeah.
It was on the downslope. Like when Martin and Joe Torre then was hosting, comedians were getting discovered.
Yeah.
DL, Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer, and people blew up from that.
Yeah.
But then when I started, everybody wanted to be comedians. Everybody wanted to be comedians. It got overflowed with so many people that you couldn't really distinguish who was the true and who was just out here just BSing with it, with thing like that. But I didn't make a name strong enough for myself where I was able to branch out and get under the wings of some other comedians that was famous and everything. I never forget, I did this one night room in Miami, Florida, called Miami Nights, Studio 183. And the host there, Marvin Dixon, which was a big time comedian, especially in that area.
Yeah.
I posted did Monday and Tuesday. I posted left that Wednesday. He kept me down for an extra 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
Actually, I mean, just doing different shows. Another spot in Fort Lauderdale. We'll drive down to Tampa. We'll drive down to Orlando, or we'll go to Fort Walton. And the money wasn't nothing, but it was the experience. I mean, I really loved the business so much. I wasn't worried about the money then. I make $50 here or $100 here, $250 here. This show, the promoter some BS, he won't pay you.
Yeah.
share rooms with comedians, sleep in cars with
Yeah.
comedians. Just that everyday grind of trying to hone my craft to a point where I can be able to make a living from it. And here I am 25 years later.
Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned, that you came, where you did Comic View and Def Comedy Jam, like went down slope. And I remember, me and my brother always watched Comic View, like throughout,
Okay.
like, yeah, like, and I think when they were in Atlanta and Miami and all that stuff. But
Correct,
I
correct.
remember seeing you, and I told my brother that I was interviewing you, and yeah, we're big fans of you. Like, we remember
Man, that's
you.
love,
Yeah.
man. I greatly appreciate that,
Yeah.
man. I greatly appreciate
Yeah.
that.
But you mentioned about like rooming with other comedians, and something that I thought was interesting about you. You mentioned about like working with Cedric the Entertainer. You were roommates with Mike Epps, and that
Correct.
taught you, or
So, let's see. Back in the day when this is like maybe 98,
hmm
99, somewhere up in there, man. Agent out of New York, uh, somebody told him about me, man. So we start connecting, and he wanted to manage my career. Well,
hmm
at the time, he also had Mike Epps.
yeah,
He also had comedian Godfrey
mm.
that's out. That's very funny, brother.
hmm
And then he had an actor, Michael Anthony Hall from Weird
hmm
Science.
yeah, yeah,
He was him at the time and everything. So I moved to New York. Mike Epps was staying with the agent, and then I moved to New York. Mike Epps came down and helped me unload my car,
hmm
bring up everything, man.
wow,
And we shared. Now, I said we shared an apartment together, but we actually shared a living room together.
no,
We because we were
yeah,
staying with the agent, so we were staying in this living room, pull out
hmm
couch. Whoever get home first, get to bed, or whoever, and then who don't get home, you got to get on the little love seat and prop your feet up the wherever you can. So yeah, man, me and Mike Epps back in the day, and I only stayed in New York maybe 6 months
hmm
because New York was too fast for me.
yeah,
Not as far as not the comedy scene. Now the comedy scene, all the comics that from New York at the time, man, they showed me a lot of love.
hmm
But the just the people,
yeah,
because I'm very southern.
hmm
I'm very southern. I'm not one of the ones that like to be around crowds. And New York is crowd.
yeah, yeah,
You know, 24/7 is
hmm
every day. Every day it look
yeah,
like the apple dropped.
yeah,
Every day. It's people everywhere, taxis everywhere, people making noises,
hmm
traffic, and, blowing their horn, up. It just a 24/7 type of city.
hmm
So I couldn't adjust to that. I
mm
couldn't adjust to that. I tried my best. It was just messing with my mind and everything, my process of what I was trying to do, because I'm
hmm
a homebody. So I left New York, moved back to Atlanta,
hmm
Georgia, and everything, man. But I go back and forth all the time. Same thing with LA. I go to LA, do my work, handle my
hmm
meetings, handle my business. If I need to stay over, I get a hotel or Airbnb and
hmm
come back down. But I'm a Southern brother to the heart.
yeah, yeah,
Definitely Southern brother to the heart. This is my root. This is where I'm from. This is where I love. This is where I feel more comfortable at. But I love to travel.
yeah.
Excuse me. I love to travel and see different cities. But home is dirty South.
Yeah, yeah, Dirty South. So I think I heard that Mike Epps showed you the ropes a little bit in your
He
comedy
did, man.
career.
Especially for the
hmm
New York scene. And Mike would tell me here, and Mike told me, he said, "Man, you got a strong accent, dude. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little different type of route that you're gonna have to take
hmm
for folks to understand and get you." And the agent at the time told me the same thing. He said, "JJ, it's gonna be a while for you." And at the
Hmm.
time, I was real green. I didn't really understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
And he told me, he said, "Man, it's gonna be in your late 40s, early 50s
Mm.
before Hollywood and the world embrace you."
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, wow. Really? He said, yeah, because I mean, just your delivery, your style. And he gave me a
Hmm.
great example. He said, take Bernie Mac, for example.
Mm.
Bernie Mac didn't really blow until the
Yeah.
90s,
Yeah.
late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
But Bernie Mac started doing stand-up in 1979.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people don't know that.
Mm.
But I mean, it's just everybody route is different.
Mm.
Everybody, you can get discovered in one night.
Yeah.
I mean, and here's a great example. Chris Tucker, huge star,
Mm-hmm.
huge, iconic star.
Mm-hmm.
But and he did stand up. And Chris is very funny. Chris
Mm-hmm.
is very funny. Like I won this competition out in Oakland called the Bay Area Comedy Festival. I
Mm-hmm.
won it in 2000. Comics from all over the country come in, entertain. I won in 2000. Chris Tucker, as funny as he is, he was in that competition, not my year, but
Mm-hmm.
before me, and he didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
But look at him now.
Yeah.
And then so, Chris got discovered quick.
Mm.
Like he didn't do, I mean, he didn't really truly do the blood, sweat, and tears of the comedy grind of
Yeah.
not getting paid, of not, doing the chickling circuit of getting $50 here and
Yeah.
$100
Yeah.
there. But I mean, everybody route is just different. Is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Everybody route and route into the success of this business. Everybody's route is different. So my route is my route. I love it. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not disgruntled because I haven't made it yet, and some of my friends have. My
Mm-hmm.
time is coming. I
Yeah.
know that I know I'm not going to continue to get denied because I believe in my talent. Again, I have the man upstairs in my life, and after 25 years, I'm still able to make a living doing what I'm doing right now. I know my time is coming.
Oh, definitely. I mean, especially, I mean, you've actually, I mean, you mentioned that you worked with Cedric the Entertainer and he brought you in on his tour and he also like really helped you and mentored you a bit for your career. So did him or like Mike Epps, did those guys give you any advice to help you with your career?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mike did. Like when we was living together, he told me how to grind, how
Mm-hmm.
to work on my stage presence and everything. And then once I started rolling with Cedric the Entertainer, he started teaching me
Hmm.
the business, how to negotiate contracts,
Hmm.
how to interact with the crowd on stage, off the stage.
Hmm.
How to handle these business calls, these meetings. And a lot of the stuff that Cedric taught me, he didn't have to tell me.
Yeah.
He let me observe.
Hmm.
He let me observe. So I sat in and listened to a lot of his business marketing strategies and how he negotiated contracts, how he talked to his agent and
Mm-hmm.
try to branch out and do different ideas, man. So I just learned. I just sat back and stepped out the way and just listened and
Mm-hmm.
observed and comprehend. And I took what he was doing and I put it into what I'm trying to do, and
Mm-hmm.
it's working out in a great way.
And Cedric the Entertainer, that guy is really on the grind. I mean, you mentioned about Kings of Comedy, and after that, kind of like slow down
He
stopped. And
slowed down. He went on his own thing
yeah,
and started with his own shows, and now he's had a couple of great TV shows. Of course, he got all the movies.
mm-hmm,
Now he got one of the hottest sitcoms on TV now, The
yeah,
Neighborhood
mm-hmm,
and everything. And we just, like I said, I did Johnson Family Vacation 1, so we just got the okay to do part 2.
oh, nice,
So we'll definitely be doing part 2. And I was the first one. I was the begging cousin, and what's crazy about that is I didn't have to audition.
mm,
I didn't have to audition for my part. That's when I was really, really, truly rolling with Ced the Entertainer, man.
yeah,
So he kind of like threw me into the wolves and
mm-hmm,
allowed me to showcase my talent. So man, when it was time for me to film my part. Cedric called me to his trailer. He like, JJ, man, I got this part for you, and I
Mm-hmm.
want you to rock it like this. I
Mm.
want you to do this. And so he gave me an idea because that was my first acting gig. That was my first acting
Okay.
gig. I was very green when it came to that and everything. So he just gave me that part, and he told me how he wanted me. He thought I should do it,
Yeah.
and here it is. And it's crazy that that part was so small, but people recognized me from it. They be like, "Oh man, you was the begging cousin in Johnson Family Vacation." So Joel, man, it was funny. Once the movie hit,
Yeah. Yeah.
once the movie hit and people saw me, so I may be out grocery store,
Yeah.
mall,
Yeah.
or something like that, and people be like, "Kinfo, let me hold some," but it didn't register.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
who they was talking about. And then
Yeah.
they come to me, we talking about you. I was like, oh Lord, you right. That was my
Yeah.
line
Yeah.
in the movie. He's like, man, that was you. That's what we talked about.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You the begging cousin from the movie and everything, man. So that was a great opportunity to showcase my acting skills and everything. So I've done that. I
Mm-hmm.
did a couple of independent movies. Actually, I
Mm.
got one right in front of me now called No Filter.
No
That's
filter.
out.
Okay.
No Filter. That's out. You can check that on Amazon Prime or and YouTube and everything. And then I have another one that is out called No Affair that I did. And yeah, man, I'm just out here still grinding,
Mm-hmm.
still doing shows, and now I'm branching out into the writing part.
Hmm.
So I'm working on like a little short film right now that
Okay.
I'm writing, and I'm trying to put together and everything. I think it'll be kind of funny and everything, man. So hopefully I'll be done with that by the end of the year.
Yeah. Okay.
Now that
That's
we have
cool.
this free time, we can't
Yeah.
go nowhere. I'm hey, nah, ain't nothing but papers in my
Yeah.
hand
Yeah.
now.
Just start writing, man.
I ain't got nothing to do
Yeah.
but write. Yes, sir.
Well, JJ, there's something that interesting I saw about you was that you received a proclamation for service and entertainment from the mayor of Jackson in Mississippi.
Yes, man, that was a huge honor. So Valentine weekend, I went home. I did Chuckles in Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so glad my city has embraced a comedy club because
Yeah.
we needed one. I got tired of going across the country performing in all these different cities and having
Mm-hmm.
fun, and people doing that, and my city didn't have one. So we finally got a comedy club, a
Yeah.
professional established comedy club over there, County Line Road in Ridgeland. So yeah, I went home and did my first 25-year anniversary comedy show at home.
Mm-hmm.
The city embraced me.
Oh, nice.
A lot of my college, my high school, my junior high, my elementary buddies came out, man, and somehow one of my buddies he got the idea of like, man, we need to recognize JJ for the
Hmm.
service, what he's done over the
Yeah.
25 years. Because I don't know, Joy, if you really pay attention, like all my comic views, all my Def Comedy Jams,
Mm-hmm.
even though I do live in Atlanta, Georgia, I make sure when whoever introducing me, you must say I'm from Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't tell them I'm not from Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just live there. Even though Atlanta's my home, Atlanta's truly been great to me, but my root, my background, my upbringing, Jackson, Mississippi.
You're JJ from the Sipp. We
I'm
all know that.
JJ
Yeah.
from the Sipp. So, man, that was a huge honor. That was my second time performing in front of the mayor and everything. And
Hmm.
the first time I hosted a concert with Howard Hewitt, not Howard Hewitt, but Eric Benet
Mm-hmm.
and Regina Bell.
Hmm.
And the mayor was there, and he enjoyed and I messed with him,
Yeah.
talked
Yeah.
about a little bit on stage and everything. So that was real fun. And for him to give me the proclamation and the city recognized me, man, that was truly a humbling and a special experience for me.
No, that's amazing.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. I got that in the office right now.
The mayor's a pretty sharp dresser. Like,
And he a
yeah,
dope dresser.
yeah,
You
he's a
know, he a
sharp
little young
dresser.
buck. Yeah, he clean. He flowed.
Yeah.
And what? Look, this funny. And he said it on stage. The first time I met the mayor
Hmm.
was at that concert. And he was clean.
Yeah.
Had his little wool
He's a
jacket
sharp
on.
dressing guy. Yeah.
Had his fitted jeans on.
Mm.
I said, man, you up here looking like you sell dope. The crowd went crazy. The crowd went crazy. So that was his first line.
Yeah.
That was his first line. When he gave me that proclamation, he was like, man, I was kind of hesitant about doing this
Yeah. Yeah.
because when we first met, you showed me I dressed like I sell dope. Oh, the crowd went crazy, man. So he's a huge fan of mine.
Oh, nice.
We communicate. Actually, I was going to do something. The mayor was going to have a big weekend. I think Memorial Day weekend, like the last weekend of May and everything, but they postponed it and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, we keep in contact definitely,
No, cool.
definitely. Yeah, the
Cool.
city of Jackson truly embraced me, man, and I was very humbled and appreciative of that award.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, JJ, we're at a segment that I call in this podcast called Life Lessons. So
Okay.
this question is share us a lesson that you learned either through a good or a bad experience in your past, and tell us the story behind that lesson.
Man, my life lessons, man, is pretty simple because I'm a simple type of brother, man. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really ask for a lot, man. My parents, man, they definitely worked hard. They was those grinders. Like
Yeah.
my dad was truly a grinder. My dad wasn't an educated man.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't educated, but he knew how to go find a dollar.
Yeah.
He definitely taught me that, man. When I was at Alcorn, I used to if it wasn't band season, I'd come home on the weekends, help him, because my dad had a janitorial business.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to come home. I may bring a friend, and my best friend Marvin used to come home with me, man, and we'll go clean banks, we'll clean the churches,
Hmm.
mop, buff, clean windows, and and he'll pay us $35, $40.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we in Alcorn, we rich.
Yeah.
$40
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
campus. Ain't nothing. Ain't like we got no mall. We ain't
Yeah.
got ain't no restaurants around the campus and
Yeah.
everything. So $40 on
Yeah.
at Alcorn
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
last a long way. So
Yeah.
I learned how to stay true to myself. I learned how to stay humble. I learned how to appreciate my life and what I do have.
Mm-hmm.
And in these times right now that we're going through right now, that we're in this social distance, man,
Mm-hmm.
it also humbles you and lets you know that, hey, you better be appreciative
Yeah.
of what you got, where you are now, because it could be worse.
Yeah.
It truly could be worse. And my bad experiences, man, I just learned from them. When I moved to Dallas, that when I went to school, man, I was hanging with some knuckleheads
Mm-hmm.
and working at Sears and got in a little trouble, went to jail for stealing. And
Mm-hmm.
that really woke me up. That was my
Mm.
first time in jail. I only did a couple of hours, but
Mm.
you would have thought I did 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't no crime like that in my life. And
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
I was in a cell pretty much by myself.
Oh, man.
But that woke me the F up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just really woke me up, man, to just let me know, man, that I want to be somebody better than that.
Yeah.
That's not the route that my parents want me to take. And not only that, that's not the route I want to take.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I knew one day I wanted to have a family. I knew one day I wanted to be married.
Yeah.
I knew one day I want to have children, man. So I'm blessed to have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful son. I have a beautiful daughter. I have 3 grandkids, man. And I just want to set a better example for them
Mm-hmm.
than the example that not example, but the path I took growing up.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure that they didn't take this path. And I'm always telling my son to this day, like, man, look how me and your mom and we live well. We're
Mm-hmm.
blessed. We
Mm-hmm.
have a wonderful house, man. My wife works very well. She's an educator,
Mm.
so we live very well. We're not hurting for anything. My son is not hurting for anything, man. But I always tell him, dude, don't settle for what we're doing.
Yeah.
Try to live better.
Mm.
Learn from what we're going through. So I had to my understand that I told my son once this pandemic started, and I just told him, like, man, a lot of people suffering right now.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people are suffering. I'm suffering because I'm self-employed. Without no shows, I don't have no income.
Mm.
I don't have no income. My wife is an educator, so she has a steady check coming in.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
So, dude, like, man, we in troubled times right now. I'm hoping and praying that we get a hold on this thing where we can get back into normalcy of some type of way and everything, man. I said,
Mm-hmm.
man, you. That's why we get on your butt so much now about your school and
Mm-hmm.
you growing up. Cause I said, dude, you're 15. A couple of years, you're gonna be on your own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we can't tell you nothing.
Mm.
We hear parents now. We are parents that here to help you, guide you, and try to put you on the right path so you can be successful.
Yeah.
And you don't want to hurt and want for anything. So take advantage of what your circumstances are now. You don't have bills.
Yeah.
You don't have a car note. You ain't got to put grocery and clothes on your back. That's what me and your mother is here
Yeah.
for. So right now, get your education. Have fun with it. We
Yeah.
ain't trying to take your fun away.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we get it. We was kids at one time. So we get it. We
Yeah.
understand. You're
Yeah.
going to have fun, but learn how to have fun, but handle your business so you won't have to struggle when you get older. Don't wait till you 25 and 30. Now you all of a sudden you want to get your stuff together. Now you got to wait some years unless
Yeah.
you lick or something like that
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And everybody is not gifted like that. Like my
Yeah.
son, he's really into basketball and he has a great gift. He
Mm-hmm.
can really hoop. He can really got a nice little hoop. I said, dude, don't depend on that.
Yeah.
Because you never know. You don't know what route you're going to take. You may
Yeah.
not go to Duke. You may not go to Georgetown or Syracuse or nothing like that, man. So try to pave your life now while you don't have a lot of stress of things to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's the life lessons I try to instill in my kids. I'm still instilling to myself and my wife, man. So hey, we smiling around here right now, Joel. Definitely smiling around here, man. We cannot complain.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, thank you for sharing that with us. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I did hear you're a big Duke fan, so I got to
I'm a
ask you,
huge Duke fan. I
favorite
bleed purple
basketball
and gold. I mean,
player,
I bleed blue
Duke.
and white. I'm Alcorn State and I'm Duke. I've been a Duke fan since 1983.
So who's your favorite basketball player that ever came out of Duke? Because they came out with so much great players.
Woo! That ever came out of
Yeah, yeah.
Duke?
So much.
Lord have
Yeah.
mercy. Yeah. It was so many of them. But man, if I had to put my favorite Duke player was probably Grant Hill.
Mm.
But I'm going to tell you, Johnny Dawkins is the reason why I'm a Duke fan.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, I've been a Duke fan since 1983. I played ball in high school, junior
Mm-hmm.
high school, but it wasn't nothing I was serious about anything. But one of my buddies, he helps with a lot of the AAU and different little camps and stuff around Jackson and surrounding, down south and everything. So he bumped into the mother of Chris Duhon,
Hmm.
he was a point guard on the 2001
Yeah.
national Duke team and
Yeah.
everything. So he built a relationship with her, and he told her how big of a Duke fan I am, and he connected us. And she's the reason why I get into a lot of these games.
Oh, nice.
I got a chance to tour the facilities, the practice facilities, the locker room. I know a few of the coaches. I know some of the former players. But
Hmm.
I have yet to meet Coach K.
Oh, what?
Not yet. But look,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
did get a happy 50th birthday card from Coach K.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so yeah, that was huge.
He knows
I
you're a big
did.
fan. That's
Yeah, so
good.
he knows I'm a big fan. He may not know exactly who JJ
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
yeah,
is. He knows there's a Duke fan
yeah,
out here that really support that institution, man. So I'm Duke to the day I die.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome. I used to be a big
Yes,
JJ Reddick fan when I
yeah,
was.
and you know what? I met JJ. Me and JJ played. Chris Dupont used to have a golf tournament for his foundation in his
Hmm.
hometown of Slidell, Louisiana. And one year, JJ Reddick came down and participated in it.
Hmm.
And me and JJ Reddick got a chance to uh, be in the same cart.
Yeah,
We was
yeah,
I was in his foursome. I was in his foursome, and we rode. I drove the car. I drove him around. I got a chance to interact with him, and it was the same way with Jay Williams,
hmm.
the point
Oh,
guard from
yeah,
Duke. Played golf with him, and we was in the car together, man. So yeah. Duke know about JJ.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Duke knows about JJ.
yeah. That's cool.
Absolutely.
Well, JJ, this has been an awesome conversation. Is there anything you want to share with all our listeners before we wrap up?
Man, just remember JJ from the Sipp, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That is my Instagram. That is my Twitter. If you want to follow me on Facebook, I'm comedian JJ Williamson. My website is I am JJ from the Sipp
Hmm.
on that. And now that we're in this pandemic and quarantine and everything, everybody, I am doing a live comedy show
Mm.
this Wednesday.
Okay.
This Wednesday. If you want to follow me, follow JJ from the Sipp. I'm going to post a flyer. Me and nephew Tommy and two more other comedians. We're going to do a brief little comedy show, man, just to put smiles on people's face. So that'll be this Wednesday, I think, at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. No, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. This coming Wednesday. But just
Hmm.
follow JJ from the Sipp. I have the flyer on there and more information about that. And just look out for me, baby. Here come
Okay.
that kind of shit.
And I'll put all the links to your socials in
Please,
the episode notes, so people can just actually click on it, or they should just be
yes,
able to click on it
yeah,
and go straight
absolutely.
there.
Just click on it and you'll see where I am. Once again, once we get through this madness, I'm sure I'll be in the city near you. So just listen out for JJ from the Sipp.
Yeah,
You won't be
definitely.
disappointed.
Oh, not at all. Yeah, I've ever since I've first heard you, man. I've been a big fan. So yeah,
Absolutely. I
yeah,
appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
yeah.
And man, anytime you want me to come on, just let me know. I'll definitely be here for you.
Oh, definitely. But JJ Williamson, thank you so much for joining us on Irie Chat, man. It's just a pleasure to have you on the
Absolutely.
show. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and best of luck on everything, man.
I mean, I greatly appreciate it. Same with you, man. I hope this blows up for you, man. Tell your brother, stay a fan.
We all are. Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Absolutely.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. You take care.
Thanks.